Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here with
Bread.
and the critters. Lord Almighty. See what I go through? See what I... Oh, sister, you are not the normal one at all. Lord Almighty.
I are.
You are not. Are you?
I are.
No, you're not. He is not normal. He is so far from normal. The normal doesn't even go in his vocabulary anymore. It can't because it refuses to. It's like, oh no, I'm not going in that head. So, okay, this is like 3 o'clock in the morning. I put on my headphones, my cordless headphone, or my Bluetooth ones, and I have a habit of singing. And normally, if he's asleep, you won't hear it. So, first song, I'm not even halfway through, man, right? Chain of Fools. You guys all know Aretha Franklin, Chain of Fools. I start singing and Brad texts me, why are you not sleeping, or
something like that.
And I'm like, well, why are you not sleeping? It goes on for hours until like what, 6 a.m.?
Yeah, sleep is overrated.
Still not sleeping. Well, would you like to come down to my bedroom and we'll like make each other tired? Not okay, Joe. I know what Joe's thinking. Not like that.
That was good.
Not like that. But so he brought me some sugar-free popsicles, and we watched half an episode of the first 48 hours, which was a pretty good one. And we were both starting to. Then we finally would get some sleep. I don't know, people. We've got to do something. I almost decided to just go ahead and stay up, but I had taken some melatonin, and I'm like, no, now I'm going to be like, but.
Yeah, and that's what, I'll be sitting out here watching TV or whatever and kind of nodding off, and I think, well, I got to get my happy butt out of bed and just go ahead, or out of the chair.
Like I'll be sitting there and I'll be visiting with somebody, chatting, and I'm literally falling asleep. And it's really kind of embarrassing when you wake up 15 minutes later and they're like, you must have fallen asleep. Okay, because they know by now. And they're like, you must have fallen asleep. It's like, and for a couple times, I think they thought I was just joking, and I'm like, no, I did. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. It's like, you feel bad for them because, you hate to be having a conversation with somebody and then realize they're asleep. And it's like, oh, was it that bad? Was it that bad of a conversation? But we'll get it sorted out yet.
Oh, eventually we will.
Yeah. If I have to duct tape myself into bed, that could be bad. That could be bad. Make sure there's no dogs around or anything. I don't want to get their fur entrapped in duct tape. Right, Miss Jellybean, bean? She's a love bug today. Huh?
Yes, she is.
And then Charlie was all loving up on the bed. And when Charlie does a love up, there's a love up going on.
Right.
Oh, there he is. What, Charlie? Was you doing a love up this morning? Was you doing a big love up with us this morning? You were, huh? I know, you were talking and everything. Nixie, of course, is laying. She must either be on my bed or your bed. Oh, probably. She's front door. Right there. We have the front door open, and she, what?
Oh, there's somebody walking down the street, so.
It's not your UPS guy.
No, what I'm
saying is,
as soon as she sees them, she's going to start raising hell.
No, they're past now.
Okay.
Yeah. Brad's waiting for UPS. When Brad has something out for delivery, Brad is very vigilant on his leaf blower supposed to show today. My tattoo, or not my tattoo. That's the next thing I'd like to learn how to do, but I could practice on you. I can make you look like Worf. Was that his name?
The Klingon.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, no, my piercing kit. I got some plans now for this weekend. I'll be putting some holes in my face. What?
Nothing.
I think I might get some ice though, because normally if you ice that down too, it helps and helps with the pain. Just, just go, huh?
Uh huh.
Just, you knew when you married me, I'm a handful,
Yes, you
and
are.
the older I get, the more handful I get, huh?
Yes, you are.
We're not talking about my size. We're talking about just I'm a handful. I am, and I don't mean to be, but I just am very, kind of. I can go one extreme to the other, right?
And it's just,
I just is the way I am.
yeah, it's just, that's what I was going to say. It's just your personality. And, and
Well, and more
usually,
than that, it is Asperger's and is ADHD and
yeah,
yeah,
and that's what I was saying. I mean, it's just, that's the way you is, um, we just gotta enjoy all the moments of it.
yeah, you know, and I mean, most people like it, most people appreciate it. I mean, if you ever need an idea on how to make something craft wise, or maybe you're trying to write a story and you want to bounce some ideas off me, I'm great at that kind of stuff
Yes, you are.
because I have a really great imagination.
Yep.
But then I also have hard lines on things not to cross into and stuff, or I don't really like hearing most people talk about their past excessively.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me one or two stories, I'll tell you one or two stories. I don't have a tendency to talk about my past very much, and it's certainly not in a lot of areas, but, you know, I have a short attention span. So if somebody's going to go on and it's going to be a long, drawn out thing, I'm going to lose interest. That's the ADHD, and I'm not going to go back on medication for it because I just really don't want to. I took medication all while I was growing up for it, and Ritalin, high doses of it. But yeah, I'll lose. I'll have to tell Brad to speed stories up
Mm-hmm.
because I can tell that I'm losing focus. I can become hyper focused on something, like if I'm doing artwork or something, but I'll lose focus on if you're going to draw a story out, you know. Or you may say you're in the mood to do this or do that, and somebody is really taking their time, and you're like, okay, that moment is now past. It went,
Yep.
because my mind literally is just never shuts off. It just I have so many things going on in my head at the same time. It's just kind of like uh, a ping pong ball, how it bounces all over. Yeah, you know. I'll come up with some of the craziest things. I will talk to Brad about a dream I'm currently having because I'm half awake, half asleep, right?
Yep.
And then I'll be amazed that he isn't. He isn't. Evidently, I'm dreaming about something that not even ever been a part of our life, and I'm asking
Mm-hmm.
him questions about, it, and he's like, "Honey," and I'm like, "Are you sure?" Because in my mind, because I do have a tendency to sleep, I'll be partially asleep, which I think took you a long time to realize.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm actually talking to him like this is really happening.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, it is because I'm half awake. I'm half asleep. So, or Brad will say, "You're snoring," like this morning, and to me, I wasn't sleeping at all.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a couple times you drifted off in mid sentence.
But did I pick it back up?
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A lot of times you said I'll pick it back
Yes, you
up.
will.
You
Yeah.
know.
That's the one that really kind of freaks me out.
Yeah. Because yeah, I can drift off in mid sentence and pick it back up. But
But
this one over here, he is just as bad. He will bounce from one subject to the next and expect me to be able to follow. Now, most of the time I can, but there's sometimes it's like, honey child,
oh yeah.
you need to tell me. He'll say something about somebody, but not say who it is. And I'm like, you might want to clarify who you're talking about.
Yep.
You know?
But usually you can keep up with me.
Yeah, but there's sometimes, like maybe you're talking about a physical therapist that you've never mentioned before.
Yeah.
And he's telling me what, and I'm like, who? You know,
Yeah.
who, what, when, where.
Yep.
You know, or I'll tell him Reader's Digest version because I do have a hard time if it's really long and drawn out, and if I become bored with it, then I'm gonna be, it'll, you know, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or act like I'm not paying attention because you know we all get long drawn out stories, including me. Look at that hair. Look at this. I don't know if I'm gonna get around to coloring it this weekend. I might though. I don't know. What else?
Trying to think of what we did. We didn't go anywhere yesterday, did we?
No,
Which was, I mean, it was kind of nice.
won't go anywhere today.
No, I gotta go.
Did you call in your scripts?
I did.
Okay. Well, did you have refills on them?
Yes. Yeah.
We don't really need to get them till Monday or so,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we can wait.
Tuesday. I have a driver's license. I have to go get my driver's license Monday.
Okay. Yeah, we can do it after your driver's license.
I need to reschedule that.
The driver's license?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't have the money for it right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I forgot to hold it out.
Okay.
So it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, still my Florida one is still good for. But I'm gonna have to reschedule that because I just remembered that.
Yep.
I didn't hold the money out for that.
Okay.
Oh well, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, we have money, but we need to have it for bananas and tomatoes and stuff. You know, well, that's important though. I have no tomatoes.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm not a big tomato fetish right now. So
yeah. I'm still so disappointed with that tuna salad I made. Just because I think that I know the tuna. It was a flavored tuna. It was the
Dark Kiss, the flavored pouches.
Yeah, the ranch style. And you know we've got so many of those pouches that we never just.
Well, did you ever taste the tuna before you mixed it?
No.
See, I always do to see if it's salty or not.
Yeah.
Then that'll depend on what I put in.
Yeah, but those pickles are so.
I think it was the pickles that were just.
Yeah, they are so.
Now I'm not a big pickle fan right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would rather have you put maybe a little sweet relish in instead of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I like sweet relish in don't you? Tuna salad?
You know, it's been so long since I've had it, but I think I do.
I've made it before that way. You liked it.
Yeah.
You know, just be careful with some of those pouches. Do tend to be a little salty. You know, I want to use them up though. They got that. I think it's the honey barbecue in there. Hickory something.
There's a hickory and then a sweet.
Yeah, those I usually give to you because I wouldn't like them.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. From now on, I'm not going to buy those flavored pouches. I don't really dig them.
I don't either.
You know, I mean, I thought they would be good in case we needed some protein on the run, and I guess they would be if you were hardcore enough to do that. I'm just not hardcore enough.
No.
But oh man, yesterday I was mad. Last night, okay, so you know we went to Hardee's and we got the 10-piece chicken
Tenders.
10-piece chicken tenders, and it comes with a side, and then a half a gallon of tea. Now I asked them before I ordered it, did it just come with sweet tea? And she said, oh no, if you want, you can get just regular tea. Okay, cool. Yeah, could we get one of those? Well, it didn't have a label or anything on it, and Brad stuck it in the fridge, and I had some yesterday, and remember I said, I don't know if I was on camera or not when I said that my tea was super sweet. I'd put 5 sweeteners in it, which, you know, really isn't that much, you know, considered the size of the glass. But it was so sweet, it was just like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm adding ice, I'm adding more tea, trying to dilute it. Finally dawned on me last night, it's like, I've added so much ice to this and so much more tea, it should be not sweet at all. And so I thought, I'm going to take a drink just directly out of the half-gallon jug. It was sweet tea. You know, and I'm like, so, I mean, I didn't want to be sipping on, thankfully I hadn't had not drunk a whole lot of it.
Yeah.
Because, I don't want to be doing that being a diabetic. So,
Yeah.
in fact, Brad dumped out the rest of it because, we're not going to take chances.
No.
I don't want to do another ICU
No.
diabetic coma thing. That was not, yeah. And then when your doctor giggles, he was a cool doctor though. Remember he was telling me he was sorry to have to tell me that they gave me a Tylenol enema or
I wasn't there, but I know
Tylenol up the butt or something.
Yes.
And he's kind of giggling. I'm like, what else did you do to me?
I know.
Somewhere in there, I took off my clothes because they asked me to, and I don't know where the stuff was at. So.
Yeah. Well, and that's what, a lot of these hospitals, their administration, not thrilled with it, but, the people that actually do the work are just, they're so
He was
phenomenal.
really cool. That was the first time I'd ever had a team of doctors working together. But he was the one that oversaw it all. And he was very cool, So.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that again, though.
No.
Met some phenomenal people, but I still don't want to.
Yep.
Then that sweet little Oriental nurse, the one that championed so hard to get me out of the hospital.
Yeah.
And I mean, I hated to leave because I was going to miss her so much,
Yeah, she was a nice girl.
She was a nice lady, yeah. But, yeah, so we're not really doing much. I'm going to make Brad some reduced sugar chocolate chip walnut cookies today. And I'm going to do some house cleaning. He's going to work in the blue room, doing some stuff. He's going to dig out my dehydrator so I can dehydrate those green beans you guys hear me talk about all the time. So, because I don't want those. There's no point stocking up your home if you're going to let your product, your food, become outdated. You have to really watch your canned goods and stuff. And so I'm going to dehydrate these. Maybe they'll be a good snack. If not, I'll be putting them in soups and stuff. So, I don't want to waste, groceries have gone so high that, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I just want to cry when I see meat prices. Well, not really cry, but, this girl grew up on beef. My grandfather and his brothers were all ranchers. So we always would get, Grandma and Grandpa would get 1 or 2 cows, when it was butchering time. And, because they had great big freezers, and they used that meat too up at the bowling alley. And we always would get a half a cow. So we always had plenty of beef around, plenty of steak, plenty of hamburger and stuff. And, so when you're used to that and then you see the prices of meat now, you're like, I need to be getting me some land. I need to be getting me some. I couldn't have my own animals butchered and then go, okay, well, that's their whatever on the plate.
Yeah, here's Bob.
Here's Bob. See us eat Bob. Bob run. So I know a lot of other people that have livestock cannot kill it. They have somebody come in and do it when they're not home.
Yeah. Or I know there were a couple. There was a couple butchers that all you had to do is take the critter to them, and they would take care of all of that. And then that friend of mine that was the meat manager,
Which one?
Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would do that. People. He had. There was a couple.
I didn't know he did that.
Yeah, there's a couple of the butchering places that they would call him if they needed it done.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't do it. I know I couldn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a part of life.
Yeah.
Stuff. I mean, but like my grandfather couldn't stand the sight of like his own blood. He would pass out, and he said part of it he thinks was because as a kid his job was to watch the blood run down the trough because they would make blood sausage, and he thinks that's why, and he hated that job. You know,
Mm-hmm.
just first time my mom cooked up tongue and served it to us.
Ooh.
One time she did kidney. That tongue, you could eat that for 20 years and still not have that first bite done with.
Chewed up, yeah.
Yes.
You know, and I kind of object to tasting food that might be tasting you back.
I wonder where that tongue's been.
Yeah.
Where's that tongue been? Because,
Well, and then I know I told you about this, but I didn't I haven't told them's. I was over in a friend and I were over in Hawaii, and my grandmother lived in a rural area. I mean, she lived about 12 miles outside the town of Hilo, and she lived partway up Mauna Kea. And God, it was about five o'clock in the morning. I hear a gunshot, and I jumping up and going looking out the window, and the people that lived right across the street from Grandma, which they were relatives of ours, um, they had a cow laying in their driveway, and they hired somebody to put her down, and then they had a backhoe, and they were in the process of hooking her up so they could hoist her into the air so they could skin her out. But the thing was there was 4 or 5 Japanese ladies that were out there. They were fighting over the best parts, the innards, and
oh, yeah, yeah.
yeah, and they
And
were
probably the brain, too.
yeah, and they just reminded me of a flock of birds screeching at each
Yeah.
other and everything, and they had their
Yeah,
wicker
but they use
baskets.
everything.
Yes,
They
they
don't
do.
waste it. That's, a good thing,
Yeah, yes, they do.
But I never wanted any kidney pie or,
No.
and I know, what's that one dish that they use the brain and they use the scrambled eggs?
Oh, scrambled eggs and brains. Yeah,
Oh, I thought it
yeah.
was called something else.
It might be, but
Yeah. No, thank you.
yeah, I had that once when I was a kid. It wasn't that it tasted bad; it's just the thought of what you're eating.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's like, no. No, I mean, admittedly, I like calamari and that kind of stuff. We like sushi, but I don't know. Just, no. No,
Yeah.
thank you, no.
Yeah.
And I know, I mean, I've had Rocky Mountain oysters and all of that.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It just tastes like,
Tastes like chicken.
yeah, it tastes like fried chicken skin to me. I
Yeah.
mean, a little bit of meat in there, but I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal. This is how I'm making right here. See, so yeah, each to their own.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So that's about all we got going on.
Yeah.
Nothing real exciting. I don't know. I just feel kind of, you know. I think I'm bored.
Yeah.
But we're at that stage now where you're a lot better, but you're not really well enough yet, not recovered enough to go do
Yeah.
some of the stuff. I have to
Yeah.
just be more patient, which is not my strongest suit sometimes.
That is correct.
I used to be a lot more patient when I was younger,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
but that was a lot my
yeah.
mouse here too.
Well, and and like with me is I won't even be released to drive for another 3 weeks.
I know. That's what helped me remember that he did just have surgery because
Yeah.
he walked around here mostly with a cane now. I know, isn't that amazing? Mostly with a cane already. He couldn't, before he had to use 2 canes, and you're walking around here with a cane,
Yeah.
doing very well.
Yeah.
Yo, your swelling is way down.
Oh.
Wow, look at the decap. If you put it down, see, look.
Yeah. See, for me, I can see the ankle is really
Mm-hmm.
puffy.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's about how it's been for a long time now, babe.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and it looks a lot.
No, that one's a cankle. That one has never really gone down since you got all those ant bites.
Oh, okay.
It's scarred.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than it was, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you did have major surgery.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
rebuilding your socket.
Yeah. It's nice now that when I'm laying down, I can lay on my left side, and
Already? Wow.
Yeah, there's not the pain.
The incision looks great.
Yeah, and right now I'm feeling from my hip. There's virtually no pain at all, but it's the biggest thing is my back. When that one PA diagnosed me with shitty spine. And I think what happened was with my hip that my hip was the hip pain was so severe that I really didn't notice the back, and now the hip pain is gone essentially. That you know,
We kind of predicted that might happen.
yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. And the doctor thought that once we had surgery that might make all the back pain go away, but
No.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't think he really looked at your spine.
I don't think so either.
So he doesn't understand the degree of
Yeah.
damage that.
Yeah.
If Brad could have done it to his spine, he did.
Yeah.
Basically.
Oh yeah.
So don't come after me. Those of you that are dead set against vaping, each to their own.
Yep.
This is zero nicotine, and this is how I quit smoking over 8 years ago. 3+ packs a day. So,
I'm so proud of you.
I used to be a heavy smoker, but this helps. It's just something I enjoy. This is caramel apple in there right now. No, this is pina colada now.
Yeah, and I'm so proud of you for quitting
smoking. Pina colada, pina. Everybody has their vices. What are you looking for?
One of my tins of mints.
Can we stop?
Yes,
We've talked about you doing this out of the corner of my eye when I'm trying to do a vlog because it's so distracting.
Okay.
Because now I'm not talking to them because I'm watching you flip-flop around in your chair.
Okay, I'm done.
Are you done?
I'm done.
I'll get the duct tape out.
Okay. Ooh.
No, I'm going to put it on your hairiest parts. Shut up.
Love you.
You vile man, you.
Yes,
you vile man.
Somebody's got to do it.
So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm making cookies today. I'm doing some housework. I'm hoping to paint. If I can't sleep tonight, I'm going to just not even visit with anybody, and I'm just going to go paint. I almost did that last night, and that's what I should have done.
Yeah.
Because I've been known to get so involved with my painting that one time I fell asleep painting, and then I don't know if I woke up like an hour later, and I had like a solid line of red all the way down my nightshirt, acrylic paint, because I had fallen asleep painting, literally. So I want to get some more. I want to get some more canvases in there, some bigger ones. Yeah. And if you could pull some of those, I want to get some of those treated and get some other paintings started. And my friend Kathy, I'm so excited. I can hardly stand it, people. She's sending me a box of yarn scraps, which you guys know to me, I'm gonna be in hog heaven with this yarn scraps. I am so excited. Maybe that's why I couldn't sleep last night. And then she heard me say something about liking photos to work from. So she is sending me some National Geographic books with all the wonderful, beautiful pictures and stuff. I'm so excited, and I can't thank you enough, Kathy. I just like, because that is cool. Because that in college, when we would spend all our time in the art studio and stuff, we had stacks of magazines, mainly National Geographic. We would go through and pull pictures and maybe use part of this one, maybe want our sky to be like this one, and then the, cliffs or whatever from this one. We would pull from each of them, but, it's a reference material. So I'm excited, and I can't thank you enough. Brad said it was supposed to go. What was your terminology last night on how it was supposed to go? To have her ship it periodical. And that's not the right terminology, though.
No, the right terminology is media, but...
Okay, that's it, Kathy. Send it media mail. If you probably already know that, and I know your daughter does. It'll be a lot cheaper. Yes, it'll be a bit slower, but that's okay. It's not really that much slower because they got to fly it clear across the country as is. So, But Brad last night was periodical, and I just thought that it was the funniest. Because I was telling him at 6 o'clock this morning, and I thought it was the funniest thing. Don't somebody look at his stamp that parcel. Period.
Don't laugh at me.
Good thing he's a good sense of. He is a good source for laughing. Periodical.
That's what they said when I came out of.
What? Your period?
No, they said that I was.
Laughing and joking.
Yeah.
What they told me. Yep. He was laughing and joking. He probably was flirting with some nurses too. Go for it. Why? You could. I'll let you.
I don't want to.
Flirt away, man. Flirt,
Nope.
flirt.
Nope.
It's fun. Go flirt.
Nope.
How many wives say go flirt, go flirt, go flirt? You could flirt.
Nope. Only with you.
When are you gonna start?
Oh.
Huh?
Oh. Why you gotta be so mean?
You know I'm just teasing you.
No, you're not. You're like...
Oh God, here we go again. Let me know when you're done.
Okay.
What about now?
Okay.
Oh, that one didn't last very long.
No, but I could stretch it out.
Go for it. Maybe I won't make cookies today. Now maybe I don't feel like it. Oh, now you're gonna get the look again, the pouty face, right? What?
Nothing.
Just say please.
Please.
Okay, I gotta start laundry anyway. I grabbed the comforter stuff off my bed because, after a few days they start to smell kind of doggy because the dogs sleep with me. So I pull them off, put fresh ones on. Then I'll sit there and sniff because I really like the way our laundry smells. We had years ago bought this brand new dryer. This is when we were still in Wyoming. And I don't know why. I have a good feeling I know what happened. I think somebody did something, put something in, like the dryer vent to make it smell horrible because every load of laundry, once it dried, smelled just horrible. Kind of smelled like cat shit or something. I think I know what, somebody did.
Yeah.
But it was a weird thing. So now I just love how our laundry smells.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's all we got going. And I hope you guys have a fun weekend. Of course, I'll be on here tomorrow. And as I always say, do something for somebody else and do something for yourself. And say bye, Brett.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.